O nosso próximo convidado é detentor de vários recordes mundiais do Guinness Book of Records. Vamos à história. Craig Pinto nasceu nos Estados Unidos no seio de uma família portuguesa com muito entusiasmo pelo desporto, especialmente o futebol e, em particular, o Sporting. A dedicação ao desporto orientou a vida de Craig, tendo sido desde cedo praticante de várias modalidades com igual fervor. Quando surgiram obstáculos substanciais, doenças imunológicas, foi o seu amor pelo futebol americano que o ajudou a tornar as adversidades em oportunidades.
O luso-americano Craig Pinto nasceu em Mineola, no estado de Nova Iorque, e é apaixonado por futebol americano. Paixão que acabou por fazer figurar o seu nome no livro de recordes do Guinness. Mas antes de tudo isso, veio o soccer português e o amor pelo Sporting.
When I was 5 years old, I started with soccer, and I loved soccer. My family were all Sportingistas, so unfortunately we also know physical pain by being Sportingistas. We deal with it every year.
O outro futebol, o americano, viria mais tarde, já na adolescência.
I never played American football until I was a junior in high school. I played soccer my whole life, but what I found most interesting was kicking a football, kicking field goals. So when I transitioned, I moved out of soccer. I was the smallest person on the football team, but I was able to kick field goals, so I found value. I was able to be a part of the team, and then it was an obsession.
Apesar de ser um ávido praticante de desporto, Craig convive desde sempre com problemas de saúde. Sofre da doença de Crohn e da doença celíaca. Conta que a família foi importante para aprender a lidar com ambas.
It helped to have a strong family that was able to work with me, to make sure I was eating right and to make sure I was healthy. But it was hard mentally because I was only 22 and I wanted to live a normal life, physically normal, and I was playing football in college. So at that point I wanted to make sure I was doing everything possible to be the healthiest I could be.
Em 2010, Craig conheceu Rob Dyrdek, famoso skater e filantropo que usa a sua arte no desporto para apoiar causas sociais. O luso-americano quis seguir-lhe o exemplo.
So then what I did was I reached out to Guinness World Records. My first certificate is here. This was the most field goals in 12 hours. I made 717 field goals in 12 hours. But what I did was I wanted to use something like this to raise awareness. I deal with celiac disease and with Crohn's disease every day. I thought maybe something like this, showing that I could physically do something this long, would raise awareness and help people see that, okay, I might have a sickness or I might not feel well, but I can still push myself to set a record.
Com o primeiro recorde do Guinness, Craig angariou dinheiro para o Centro da Doença Celíaca da Universidade de Colômbia. Pouco tempo depois, já em 2011, criou a sua própria fundação para a sensibilização desta doença. O sucesso das primeiras iniciativas foi a vitamina para que mais se pudessem seguir.
Second year, I reached back to Guinness. Actually, here, I reached out to them. I wanted to do another world record. This is a 12 hours. The only step up they had was to do it in 24 hours. I did 24 hours of field goals. I made 1,000 field goals and I set the world record for most field goals in 24 hours.
Craig detém outros recordes, como o máximo de pontapés convertidos em 1 hora ou em apenas 1 minuto. Marcas conseguidas com a ajuda de amigos dedicados.
I have great friends. I have a handful of friends, who've helped me for all of them. We have a system set up. We have a couple of them that stand by the posts with bags, and then I have one friend that stands next to me with all the footballs. So as I kick them, they fill the bags, they bring them to my friend, he takes them out of the bag, and then we put them down. So we keep it as quick moving as possible. I have my sister and my brother-in-law stay there to stay with the camera, to make sure everything runs as smooth as possible.
Além de muito treino, de 2 doenças crónicas e autoimunes, entre todos estes recordes, Craig teve que ultrapassar uma operação ao joelho. Sacrifícios que diz valerem a pena em nome de uma causa maior.
My own foundation I had from 2011 to 2016, and we were able to do scholarships and do student programs for celiac disease. That foundation I partnered with and I work with now the Celiac Disease Foundation, who is a national organization. And we've just recently we had one of the largest fundraisers, I think, in the history of the organization, we just did a fundraiser that raised over $200,000 virtually. Most field goals in 1 hour was actually a part of the fundraising process. So that event itself raised over $200,000 for celiac disease research, which is a really cool thing to be, to feel like you're a part of a team that accomplished that.
Craig Pinto é formado em gestão de fundos não lucrativos. Desde cedo, recusou-se a ser refém do destino e os exemplos da sua solidariedade não param por aqui.
We started a family scholarship in my parents' names to help Portuguese students or to help students of immigrant parents, to help them with pay for books, to pay for school supplies, because again, it's important for me to remember, my family came here with nothing, from Portugal.
Além de ajudar alunos imigrantes a conseguir material escolar, a Bolsa de Estudos Internacional Luís e Rosa Pinto também presta homenagem aos pais de Craig e às suas origens.